get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Taylor's got the first down and more, and all the way up to the 46.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Titans, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. And the snap comes at 1. Now Kaepernick escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Operating from the gun, Willis. It's caught by Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just fit?
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tariq Cohen. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Kaepernick. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bud Dupree charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They'll set up a throw. Forced it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On on second down. It's Cohen looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And some space here. Touchdown, Titans. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Bullet good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Taylor. A gain of 3, second down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
Partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Off the play fake. Willis. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Another example right there of why quarterbacks get nervous when Yannick Ngakoue is getting ready to rush them. 37.5 sacks in 4 seasons at Jacksonville. But last year, he split time between Minnesota and Baltimore and put together 8 sacks. Then he signed with the Raiders back in March.
Off play action. Willis rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It got his man complete. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Willis throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Willis eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On third and long, it's Kaepernick.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The former Steeler Bud Dupree in on the tackle.
Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. This is caught.
And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
On first down, Willis being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Let's go. 53 the mark. 53. Check 53. Woo-hoo. Begin.
Back to throw. Willis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
From the gun, Willis. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming for you. You 70 rings. 70 rings. 53. Check 53. Let's make these babies cry all the way to the
Looking to throw. Willis steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Willis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw, Kaepernick. Got a man complete, it's Taylor. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Now, pass complete here to Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, it's Taylor. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Off the play fake. Willis. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that.
Off play action. Willis. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Quiddy Pay picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
58, Mike, 58.
Looking to throw. Willis. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Second down and 3. They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Off the play fake. Willis. This is caught. It's Woods. into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's got room. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Under 10, 10. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 58, go.
Throwing on first down. Willis, flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Willis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 27 yards.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Titans.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute off.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On the counter, it's Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Colts on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 23-yard run. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
42, Titans, 27.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off-play action. Willis. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw again.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Push him back. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
They'll look to throw again.
Quick slant here to Woods.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
You ain't doing nothing. 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. You must be drinking.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And some room to work. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?